If, like me, you are a user of Adobe's Lightroom, the cloud version of the software, you'll know that there have been limitations over the history of the software, particularly when it comes to processing. But most of those now in 2026 have been pretty much removed. The one bit that's still missing, and for me as a geographer, the bit that's really painfully missing, is the fact that there is no function to automatically geotag or map your photos. Now, for me, as a geographer, one of the ways I like to arrange my images is by place. Where did I take them? Now, you can do that clearly by giving a folder a particular place name. I took these at Duxford, I took these at Mildenhall, and so on. But it would be really nice if there was a simple and easy way of geocoding each image. Now, in the classic version of Lightroom, that's relatively easy to do, but in the cloud-based version, not so. So how can we do it? Well, there are a number of techniques we can use. Firstly, how do you identify the geotag, the latitude and longitude of each particular image? Well, one way you can do this is when you're going out and taking photos, take your smartphone with you. Of course, you've got your smartphone. We all carry them around. And usually, by default, every photograph you take with your smartphone is geotagged. So take one picture with your smartphone during the day in your destination, and you can then identify in Lightroom those images that were taken with your smartphone and get the location, the latitude and longitude of those particular images, and then transfer those to all the others. That's pretty straightforward to do. If, on the other hand, however, you don't have your smartphone with you, or perhaps you want to actually be more precise and identify each particular location, well, there's a way you can do that using Google Maps. It's not necessarily immediately straightforward and obvious. Let me just take you through the process. Now, in Google Maps, it's relatively easy to drop a pin on any particular location, i.e. you click in Google Maps at a location and it pops up this little dialog box that gives you latitude and longitude in decimal degrees. Now, decimal degrees are used a lot in programming. They're used a lot for storing information conveniently because it's decimal. It's quite straightforward to manage. Unfortunately, Lightroom expects coordinates to be in degrees, minutes and seconds, as you saw in that example from the smartphone. Now, there is an easy way around this. In Google Maps, if I click on that decimal latitude and longitude, it will also now pop up another dialog box that gives me degrees, minutes and seconds for the location. Then all I need to do is go back into Lightroom, paste that value against all the images I want to geocode, and there we go. Every image is geocoded in Lightroom using Google Maps. Very straightforward, very easy. I hope you find this useful.